Hello, it's Tom from BlackToad Studio, and in front of you, you can see a Sister of Battle. This is an army I am going to be starting very slowly. This is going to be kind of in between whatever I'm doing, whenever I feel like sort of putting a bit of paint on the models at the moment. Two reasons for that. Number one, I've got a lot of Templars to paint. Number two, I'm kind of hoping these will get an update at some point in the next year or so. Obviously with 8th coming out and things like that, I'm hoping that they'll get a little bit of love from the world of plastic, which will be nice. Although I must admit, having gone back into painting these models, I realise they're not actually too bad. I mean, they're cast quite well, and there's actually quite a lot of detail on the model. So I'm quite happy with how they turned out. Well, this one in particular. I've got a few more I'll show you in a second, which are in various stages of completion. So I'm going with the Argent Shroud as my colour scheme. So that's basically silver power armour, white kind of cloth and tabards, etc., and also a red inner lining on that, and then red weapons with silver. I might do. I mean, to be honest, this one I think came out quite nicely. I may highlight a bit more on some of the detail, like the fleur-de-lis and various maybe edges, but actually it was a wash, and it was using a very similar scheme to a Grey Knight one I've used before. Which came out really nicely on the metal actually. So I was not quite getting in centre there. And I was quite happy with how that turned out. So over to the left here we have a few more that are in various stages of completion. So I've been trying to work through these on kind of the way I did the first one. I tend to always paint one model completely, mainly to work out the process needed to do them and in what order each section will be done. So basically it starts off with silver, and then I do an undercoat on the cloth areas to make them more white, but it's kind of starting with a grey, and then I'm doing the red, and then we'll move on and up from there. So at the moment they're getting there. I don't know when they'll have these finished, because like I said, these are kind of in between bits. I'm also going to be doing Celestine and the two Gemini up in a very similar paint scheme, just because this is how I want my sister's army to look. So that's what I'm going to stick with. I know traditionally she's gold, but I kind of want them in the same format as these. And like I said, I'm going to be doing reasonably so because I want to see if anything comes out for them. I'm hoping there is, but at the end of the day, I'm not feeling too bad about rebuying old metal models because they're not terrible. I think the only things that let them down is that opposability and not knowing necessarily what weapons you're going to get each time you buy them, because it depends on whatever gets put in the packet. So that's my current first step for my sister's project, and it will be going in its own little kind of archive alongside the Red Scorpion one, so there'll be individual kind of playlists to go through, so you can hopefully follow these through from start to finish if you're arriving late into this, or if you're watching the very first one. So again, thank you all very much for watching. It's Tom from BlackToad Studio, and we'll speak soon.